Hello, everybody. So I decided to do another episode of my series, Do You Think for Yourself? And in this one specifically, we're going to talk about censorship. Now, this book cover is actually like one of my earliest childhood memories like way back when I was really young. And I came across this book sitting in the living room, and my mom suggested that I should read it. I actually didn't take her up on her offer at the time, although I wish I had now. But this is Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. Now, I still haven't read the book, but I recently watched a film adaptation of it, and I think it did a really good job, particularly because it kind of updates the ideas presented in the book for modern technology and modern thinking, because it included things like social media. And I think that this book, along with 1984 and Animal Farm, and a lot of other previous, works that were done to try to protect us from authoritarianism, are becoming more and more important now. I was actually kind of surprised that this film adaptation I was talking about was made in 2018, and it starred a lot of actually big actors. I really enjoyed it, and I do suggest that you check it out. You can watch it on HBO Max or just find it, however you watch movies. But I want to discuss, more importantly, the larger impact of whether or not you are actually thinking for yourself, as far as what information have you been exposed to, and rather, what information have you not been exposed to, and has anyone in your life played a role in preventing you from being exposed to certain ideas or ensuring that you're exposed to certain ideas. So I'm going to make this video that I am going to include some clips from the film. And as I've had problems with this in the past, what may end up happening is that I may have to make another version of it and upload it to BitChute. We'll see. But if for some reason that happens, always check out my BitChute channel. But in the meantime, regardless, there'll be a placeholder here telling people that they should go over there if that's what happens. So, first of all, I wanted to bring up something that's going on right now that I've talked about in some of my older videos. And I plan on including those videos, whether in the description of the BitChute version of this, or just in a couple of cards at the end of this on YouTube. But they have to do with the conversations going on about censorship and how people are now being conditioned to be comfortable with censorship. And that's exactly what happens in this dystopian future. People are convinced that censorship is good, that censorship makes them safe, that censorship, prevents, bad ideas from getting into people's minds and causing trouble. Well, I think some of you may remember this meme that I created. Censoring social media to protect people from dangerous ideas in the name of public safety and national security. This is obviously an image of Nazis burning books. And quite ironically, the left is being convinced that this would be good. We should, get rid of any ideas that are dangerous. We should never allow fascists or Nazis or white supremacists, terms that seem to just getting more and more vague and more malleable and nebulous, so that you can literally apply them to pretty much anybody who doesn't agree with you. They should never be allowed to have a platform. They should never be allowed to speak. They should not be allowed to sell their books. They should not be, the list goes on and on and on. And ironically, Nazis in this picture were burning communist books, among other things. But it's important that people on the left in particular take a hard look at this right now, because this is essentially the playbook that you're using if you're on board with this. And if that's the case, if you're so hyper concerned about Nazis, why would you want to ever do anything that they do? Oh, I know. It's because you're right, and the people who made these books or host these talks or whatever it is you're trying to shut down, they're wrong. That's pretty much always how it starts. So let's take a moment and watch some clips from this film.